and welcome to Wicket Women, the show that dives deep into the world of women's cricket. The stars, the stories, and the stunning performances lighting up the global stage. I'm Annesha Ghosh, your host, and this week we are stepping up to the crease with interviews, insights, and everything you need to know about the women changing the game. Coming up in the program,
this journey reflects dedications and hard work and the rise of women's sport.
Nepal national team captain Indu Barma tells us about making women's cricket history. An exclusive interview from her home in Kathmandu. Plus,
are you a wicket woman? Definitely. In a good way. Added that as an afterthought. Well done.
South Africa batter Tazmin Brits is caught on camera. Tazmin talks ODI World Cup dreams, changes in the women's game, and why it's okay to fail. It's time to welcome the inspirational captain of the Nepal women's cricket team, Indu Barma. In the month of May, Indus steered Nepal to their historic first ever global qualifier of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup. What an absolute pleasure to have one of the stars of Nepal cricket amongst us on Wicket Women, and it's none other than the captain of their women's cricket team, Indu Barma. Indu, thank you so much for making time for this conversation. I'm really very delighted to have you on the show because just a few months ago in Thailand, I saw you in person for the first time, and I was absolutely floored by your leadership qualities, your pull shot, and of course the way you led your team to the global qualifiers. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Indu, let's dive into the meat of the conversation. It's been a few months since your team made it to the global qualifiers, making one of the two spots from the Asian regional qualifiers that were held in Bangkok, Thailand in May. What is the feeling like? Has it sunk in yet that Indu Barma has done it? 17 years of toil. No other captain for Nepal women has been able to achieve this, but you have.
I mean, yes, this is a very, historic moment for Nepal women's cricket team, and I think it's truly inspiring. And I think this journey reflects dedications and hard work. And the rise of women's sport. I mean, we enjoyed a lot, and we got a good experience. At the same time, we got where we need to improve our skills. So we enjoyed a lot.
Tell me, what was the reaction like when you all returned to Nepal? What were the scenes like at the airport? We did see some of the visuals on your social media, but tell our viewers what it felt like to come back home to a rousing reception like that.
I mean, before we never achieved our success. I mean, we never get. We lost a lot of matches. There's a lot of hard times before, and when you take a good result and success, automatically everyone's out there who welcome our team, and it felt so blessed. I think. That moment was very emotional and very attachment for Nepali cricket and at the same time Nepal women's cricket team.
Excellent. I had the good fortune, Indu, of calling the winning moments the 4 you hate of a full toss of Isha Oza, your opposite number, the opposition captain from the UAE team, and you swung for the fences, sent it to the boundary, but eventually it was just one run because you crossed and got that single, but those were the winning runs. The ICC put out that clip, so it felt amazing to call a historic moment like that, but those scenes that we saw, all the players of your team hoisting you on their shoulders must be aching, but they did not flinch one bit because you did something really, really unthinkable and incredible.
I mean, well, that is very emotional and very attachment. We have been struggle since long years. I mean, every girls, every women's who work really hard for this success. So after 18, 17 years, we have been just one step away from World Cup. There's a lot of challenges, but then we are coordinating with the teams, and then every time we push each one of them. I mean, me at the same time, players have their own motivational speech we have to give to our players.
What does your motivational speech sound like as captain? What sort of a pep talk do you like to give your players when you're, doing that huddle before a match or between the innings? What do you usually tell your players to boost their morale?
I mean, if we go into the ground, just need to get more focus on, opponent team, how to get wickets. I mean, need to be more focused and clear. Need to be clear vision. That's it, I think.
And have you had any role models in terms of captaincy? Is there a cricketer or any other sports person you've looked up to and you've told yourself, I want to be like that captain? Is there any such player?
Definitely, my role model is Smiti Mandana because she is great player. So I wanted to be like her. I mean, uh, her game of attitude is really inspiring for many young girls. So I wanted to be like Smiti Mandana. She is
And
my role model.
absolutely. And there is no doubts about that, because if any of our viewers, anybody who knows Indu Barma or has just heard of the name Indu Barma and goes to her social media profile, especially Instagram, the first pinned post is that of Indu Barma sporting a wide grin and hugging, giving a side hug to a Smriti Mandana. Talk us through that picture. What does that mean to you? And of course, you did give her a little present, if I remember correctly, during the Asia Cup, right? Tell us about that, please.
Yes, I think we haven't qualified in Malaysia, and then returning from Malaysia to Nepal, then we suddenly heard that we also got the chance to play in Asia Cup, and then we been in Asia Cup, and in our group stage there's Pakistan and India. So this is the great opportunity where we can go and showcase our skills in front of wall stage. So that's the best moment. And when we are playing against India, I saw Smiti Mandana came to toss because there's Harmanpreet Kaur were not captain in that match, but fortunately Smiti Mandana were the captain, and I'm so blessed to see her in from the front. And I was so nervous at that point, but she talked with me. She said, Nepal team has doing really great. This is the great opportunity, and it was nice to playing against you. She shared with me, and yeah, we love to play against like Smiti Mandana, Harmanpreet Kaur, Jemima Rodriguez. These are very great names. So it was really pleasant to be and playing against that such a good teams.
Beautiful, Indu. And I'm sure Smriti Mandana will perhaps get this little message in the form of an Instagram reel that will float into her Instagram universe somewhere. I might share it on my story. And for Smriti Mandana to watch this, what is that one dream team you want to play for? If you were given the option to play only one franchise league and play for one particular team, I think my brain is telling me I already know the answer going by who your role model is. But Indu, tell me, what would that team be and why across franchise cricket across countries?
Definitely WPL, because WPL is a huge platform for every players. I mean, for women's, it is very good opportunity if we can get chance to play from that sides. I mean, it will be more great. I think we all Asian players wanted to play, wanted to join WPL. That's the dream.
Great. And if you were to play for one particular franchise at WPL, at the Women's Premier League run by the BCCI, what would that team be?
Uh, for sure RCB. From RCB, I will love to play. In future, hopefully, I will play WPL, and for at the same time need to do a hard work at the same time, because if you can't do any hard work, then you will not get opportunities. But we at the same time, players also need to be disciplined and hard work at the same time. So definitely in future, love to play WPL.
Beautiful. And what is the general vibe like around women's cricket in the country? Do a lot of, regular people, lay persons know about women's cricket, whether it be at the provincial level or at the national level? Is there a lot of awareness about the women's game in Nepal?
Yes, there's a lot of awareness, because everyone's get involved to make women's cricket team, either at school level or the regional level or any level. They really push women's cricket from grassroots to international stage. They really support women's cricket team.
Excellent. And what are the key tournaments in women's cricket in Nepal domestically? What are the important events? What are the important competitions that allow for the national selectors to choose the national team?
Coaches and family support me a lot. And then I participated in school, and from school the regional tournament. And then I start my cricket career like that, from school to regional tournament, uh, and then international stage.
Wow. So you're saying that the regional system is very strong that allows
Yeah.
for these selections to take place. I'm going to stay with your story a little bit more because a lot is not known about Indu Barma, and I would love for people to know more about Indu Barma, the Nepal skipper, premier all-rounder through Wicket Women. Tell us more about, whether you're the first athlete, first cricketer from your family, who all are there in your family, about your parents. How did you come to become a cricketer?
I was quite strong and brave at that time, and there's no one from my family. There's my brother is used to play football and cricket, but I never thought like I will be involved in cricket. And suddenly, my family is my power. I mean, they support me. Especially my mother, she support me a lot, and now everyone supports me. I think this is a good. I mean, this is a good moments for me.
And growing up when you were much younger, Indu, you're now 27, 28, right? When you were growing up, there wasn't a lot of women's cricket, I believe, not as much as there is right now. So, did you take a lot of inspiration from the men's cricket team, who have had a longer history? Did you grow up watching a lot of them on television, on YouTube? What was their imprint like? The Paras, Kharkas, for example. Paras is, of course, now part of the Nepal Cricket Association board. And tell us the kind of influence the men's cricket team, who have constantly been on the up, on the rise, their influence on the women's cricket team's growth as well.
I think my for sure, men's team also push women's team. I mean, they support a lot. And yes, my role model also Paras Dai, because he push every, I think not only Paras Dai, every men's push women's team that have to play every time, have to play World Cup, and the dream is on. They used to keep telling us, they motivate a lot.
And what did Paras tell you? Did you get any messages from him after you earned the global qualification spot for the 2026 T20 World Cup?
Yes, he texted me. He congratulated the entire team.
Excellent. Hardly a surprise there. What would you want to tell young girls in your country about this beautiful sport of cricket?
I mean, I suggest. I mean, inspire young girls to play sports by showing them that their hard work and determinations, belief in themselves, so they can achieve everything or anything. I share my journey, including my challenges to them to success is possible no matter where you come from. And through my performance, obviously, and dedications, I became a role model for them as well.
Thank you, Indu Barma, for making time for this conversation. Yours has been an absolutely inspirational journey, and may you continue to go from strength to strength. Indu, you've made the cut for the global qualifiers of the Women's T20 World Cup 2026, and hopefully you'll give it a good crack, both yourself and your teammates.
Thank you so much.
Great to hear from Indu Barma there in Kathmandu, a grounded leader with big ambitions. And Nepal, I tell you, are certainly a team to watch as the 2026 Women's T20 World Cup race heats up. More now from the world of women's cricket, so hang on to your seats, at least for the next 60 seconds. Stumped in 60 seconds on Wicket Women with Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Best advice you've ever received about cricket and life?
Stick with your strength and always be yourself and be confident about it, whatever you are doing.
If Nigar Sultana Jyoti wasn't a cricketer, what do you think you would have been doing?
Doctor, maybe.
Bat or wicket keep?
I guess batting.
Who's your favorite wicket keeper in cricketing history?
Adam Gilchrist, I guess.
Who's your favorite Bangladeshi movie actor or actress and why?
Shakib Khan. Because I always say like number one Shakib Khan. So my jersey number is 1. So
Your cheat meal, what does it look like?
from my mother actually cooked for me. It's a cheat meal for me.
What's your favorite Bangladeshi dish and why?
Bangladeshi dish, I guess. I love dry fish.
One batter you do not love keeping to standing up against a spinner.
I guess Kiana Joseph from West Indies because she's moving too much. I can't see the ball. So
She's one of South Africa's most explosive batters and never afraid to speak her mind. In this week's Caught on Camera, Tazmin Brits.
I'm Tazmin Brits, Protea's opening batter, and it's nice to be on Wicket Women's Podcast. The 2025 Women's ODI World Cup is going to take place in India, September, October. What are your dreams and aspirations around it? Personally, for myself, of course, I'd like to be in the top 3 run scorers again, like I did in the T20. Definitely would like to score a few centuries there. And then for the team, I mean, I'd love us to make a final and this time actually converting that final to a win. So yeah, that will be basically the aspirations I have leading up to the World Cup.
Since you mentioned the heartbreak of sort of coming so close and it being a case of so close yet so far, how have you coped up with those near misses and near finishes when it comes to finishing runners-up at the 2023 T20 World Cup at home, no less, and also the 2024 T20 World Cup in the UAE?
I think, us being runners-up in the World Cup twice now already, I think there's a bit of a negative and a positive to it. I don't think it's just negative. Negative in the sense of a lot of the older girls might never have a World Cup again. So of course you'd always want to, tick that, on the bucket list and say you've actually won a World Cup. But I think for our country, having to that experience of actually going to a final, I mean, now we know what it's like. So under the pressure, playing in a final or what it takes to get to the final, I think the more you do that, the better it's going to become. So hopefully, the next time we do go to a final that we can actually convert that. But in general, there's always positives and negatives to it, not just negatives.
What would winning the maiden Senior Women's World Cup for South Africa women mean to not just the team, but also women's cricket in the country?
I think winning the World Cup will mean a lot to South Africans. But to be honest with you, we've already made the shift just by us going to a final. cricket in general in South Africa is definitely, we've got a massive support from Cricket South Africa. We've got national contracts now, we've got provincial contracts. We've always had national contracts, but provincial contracts are actually, like there's 11 in each province. That already, you don't have to do an 8 to 5 job and then rush to training. It's a full time, it's become professional. So I think that already has, helped cricket in South Africa already.
What's that one advice that you would want to give, today's youngsters, Tazmin, when it comes to aspiring to play sport, or when it comes to navigating the challenges of life from the platform of Wicket Women? What would you want to say to that end?
So advice that I'd give younger, not just women, but just in general, up and coming, cricketers or even anyone that's doing sports. A lot of times we quick to say work ethic, you've got to show up, you've got to do those things, but I think that's become a norm. I think that's become basic. So I've actually turned the table a bit, and even myself, I'm trying to learn that it's okay to fail. At the end of the day, the more you fail, I've actually seen an episode with Roger Federer where he actually spoke about the percentage of wins that he's actually made.
54%, right?
Exactly, and people would think someone like that at that caliber would actually, world's best, you should be making like almost 90% of it, and he actually hasn't. So that also, watching that podcast, all that, serious thing actually made me realize that it's those smaller moments that actually matter. So yeah, I think everything just comes into one, showing up and work ethic, but also being okay to fail and learning from those lessons. But there's certain ways of how you're going to learn about those lessons. So we're human at the end of the day. No one's abnormal, maybe like an AB or Virat Kohli, as they would always say. But even him, look at him. He had a few down, games that he didn't actually score, and then all of a sudden, he's playing IPL, and he's probably the top scorer in the RCB team at this point of time. So yeah, I think at the end of the day, you just got to show up and be okay with the failures.
Love a little Roger Federer reference. Love the commencement address from Dartmouth College in the USA reference even more. So thank you very much for that, Tazmin. Always a pleasure speaking with you, and thanks for your important pieces of advice.
Yeah, it's always nice chatting to you, and thanks for having me on Wicket Women.
That wraps up another episode of Wicket Women. Big thanks to all our brilliant guests and to you for clicking on us. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, because next time we've got even more diverse cricket stories that you wouldn't want to miss.
It's still my big dream that I can play for my country and for my people, and show the world like Afghanistan women can play cricket like other women as well.
We speak with Firuza Afghan, a member of the Afghanistan women's cricket team, as they continue to dream. Plus,
you are the canvas upon which these Afghani women are going to paint their cricket futures.
Claire Cannon, founder and chair of Cricket Without Borders, joins us for a deep dive into her work for the women's game. That's it from us. If you liked what you saw, spread the word about Wicket Women. Until next time, keep your eye on the ball.